Hey, what's up, everybody? I lost a subscriber the other day. I had 11. I'm up to 11 again because I got new subscribers. Seven Tizable. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but anyway, whatever. Sorry if I didn't. But it's 4 sevens, and that says Tizable. Anyway, he sent me a comment. Anyway, thanks for that. I wanted to talk today. I just did another video, but I'll have that uploaded in a minute. But I wanted to talk about what it was like for me in high school, about just the sheer fucking idiocracy I had to deal with. And this is another thing, man. I keep having these thoughts, like I can't put them down to words. And I was watching the Amazing Atheist channel. There's a fucking motorcycle went by. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, he put it into these perfect words, and I'm gonna play you this thing. It's like 4 minutes long, but it's extremely brilliant. So anyway, take a listen.
What kind of education would you like to have had? You know, I think that sometimes the best education is a bad education, because it really teaches you to be distrustful of authority. It teaches you that you're going to have to do things for yourself. You're not going to be able to rely on this power structure to provide for you. Now, some people get the exact wrong message when they go to school. They say, yeah, the power structure, that's going to take care of me. That's going to keep my best interests at heart. But that's not how it works, usually. And there are exceptions. There are very, very, very good, clear exceptions to that rule. For instance, Medicaid and Medicare, both government-run social programs, and both overwhelmingly popular, very, very popular programs. Then you have things like the fire department, which is very effective. You have things like the police department, which I don't necessarily agree with, but they do their jobs very well. If you consider their jobs to be going out and arresting criminals, in quotation marks, scary criminals that are posing a threat to us all, they do that very, very well, which is why we have the highest per capita prison population on the planet. Yeah, so they're very good at going out there and doing the job. It's very, very effective. And our education system is lousy by anyone's account. You talk to a conservative, they'll tell you the education system is lousy. You talk to a liberal, they'll tell you the education system is lousy. And it has very little to do with the curriculum, what they're being taught, and it has very little to do, it has very much to do with how they're being taught, how kids are being instructed. And this is the current system. You sit down, 35 kids in a fucking shitty little room, and some patronizing asshole teacher comes there and says, oh, well, turn your textbooks to page 78, let's all read about how we're the greatest fucking country in the fucking planet, and probably in the galaxy, and probably in the universe. We're the best. America's #1. And they're all taught about, the great freedoms and the flag, and it's amazing, and George W. Bush is the greatest president, and Obama is a fucking socialist, and Lincoln freed the slaves, and Washington chopped down the cherry tree, and then he told his daddy, I just can't lie to you, daddy, I've done that shit. Yeah, so that's, your little American history class, or, you go to math, and it's like rote learning, boring, lifeless math, where you're not taught anything about how great math, is, or how it can be applied to real-life situations, or how it's the key to understanding the universe. You're just taught, 17 times 8, 22 divided by 1.6, whatever. You're taught these boring, lifeless equations by these strict, patronizing, condescending douchebag teachers who cannot be fired because they have tenure they've been working there too long, and they're members of the teachers union, and if you fuck with the teachers union, they'll strike, and you'll be fucked, and you can't get scabs because it's too hard to fucking find scab teachers. It's just impossible to do. So, the main problem with the education system is that teachers are fucking douchebags, and schools really don't encourage any sort of real creativity. They don't really infuse their lessons with any sort of real consequence. They don't teach you how things relate to the world as you know or care about it. They only teach you the cold, hard, boring information. They don't inject any emotion into it, and that's stupid, because human beings are emotional creatures. Information, if we're to master it, must have an emotional weight. And also, schools are not tailored to personal interests. They're not tailored to what the individual cares about. You know, we all have our individual interests and things that we are deeply concerned with at any given time. You know, maybe you've got some little fucking geeky bird watcher kid. He's really fucking interested in birds, but he's not learning about birds at school all day. He's learning about all this other fucking shit that he doesn't care about at all. If you have some kids that are really good at math, who really should be in fucking math class all day, learning about math, learning where it applies, how it applies, etc., etc., etc. But instead, he's fucking stuck in this rounded education system, going to fucking history classes, going to wood shop class, all because we decided that, we'll be fucked if future generations don't know about wood shop. You know, and it's stupid. It's fucking miserably stupid. You cannot force people to care. Maybe you have this idea in your head that everyone should have this beautiful, well-rounded education, and everyone should be a fucking scholar who understands history, and science, and math, and social studies, and geography, and woodwork, and home economics, and civics, and all this stuff, and everyone should just be this fucking ball of fucking homogenized shit where everything just bleeds into one category called general education. But that doesn't fucking work. It never has, it never will. People need to be allowed to follow their specialized interests and fuck everything else. Someone else will take care of that. And if no one else takes care of that, if no one is interested in a subject, then let it rightfully die off. Let it go the fuck away. If no one gives a fuck about woodshop, then woodshop should probably just go. It should probably not be taught any goddamn more. Okay.
That was exactly how I fucking felt about high school. I remember being in there and just wondering why the fuck, I had to be part of that, but anyway, that's really all I got because the cat showed up. Wants to be fed, but the cat ruins my videos. Anyway, that's all I got for today, so peace.